the sound barriers. The presentation that was made on the Poinciana Parkway expansion included sound barriers being constructed by CFX to separate the Poinciana Parkway from some of the houses located next door to the Poinciana Parkway. There has been lots of discussion with the people from Solivita about the impact on the housing in Solivita by the sound created by the increased traffic. I believe that DePaul County has made the statement that they do not intend to construct sound barriers along their right of way. How about CFX? Would CFX consider putting sound barriers in there? And would that be part of the study, or what would cause that to happen?
It is part of the study. It's part of the typical PD&E study process. We will be doing a noise analysis that will be based on, the traffic. Actually, there's a methodology that is utilized in determining, what type of traffic would generate the highest noise. So that's usually a free flow condition, and that's just the way the computer models treat the noise analysis. Is factoring in conditions where traffic is moving freely, because that's the traffic that generates the most noise. And so in addition to that, the noise study includes identification of noise sensitive sites, including residential communities. Recreational communities are now considered land uses that are noise sensitive. Any outdoor recreation sensitive areas such as hospitals, and there are other land use types that are considered in the noise analysis. And so the models will predict from the existing noise measurements that are taken at the beginning of the noise study. We'll get what's called an ambient noise level. You go out with noise meters at key locations in noise sensitive areas, and it could very well be in near someone's backyard or in a neighborhood. So we would actually want to work with the community once we identify all of the different noise sensitive sites that we have on the project, and we get ready to go out and do our existing noise measurements. I think it would be good to get some community input, and as far as long as they're technically sound, not to play on words, but we start with the existing noise, and then the computer models with the level of service, free flow conditions on traffic will then generate predicted noise levels. And so then we begin to look at those areas that would benefit from having a reduction in noise by using noise walls, sound barriers, or it's typically also called noise abatement. So all of that will be considered in the noise study. If the noise walls or barriers are technically justified, through the model, then we start looking at where should they be located. Where is the best location? Should they be on the expressway? Should they be located at the right-of-way line? And so again, I think we work with the community, we work with CFX on the most reasonable and feasible location for those noise barriers from a physical standpoint. And we also have to consider the interaction between, and not interaction, but factors such as drainage and utilities and other sidewalks and multimodal aspects that we have on the project as far as where we can put noise walls, driveway locations, side street access. Having breaks in a sound wall doesn't necessarily always yield the best results in terms of benefited receivers or those noise sensitive sites where a noise reduction is realized. So all of that, again, it's a complex process, but it will be done for this PD&E study.
Okay. Well, would it be possible to identify up front some of the key organizations or key groups within Point Sienna that should be involved in this noise area. And coming, just looking at the map, I think, the Point Sienna homeowners, or the Solivito Homeowners Association
Yes,
would probably be a good one to identify, where are some of the houses within Solivita that might be the most affected by it, or neighborhoods within Solivita.
we can,
Perhaps the Cypress Woods area, and certainly I think, the Point Sienna Medical Center area. I mean, that
right,
hospital is gonna be sensitive to that too.
exactly. No, that's a good point. And, we will work with we have a sub-consultant or a member of our team that will be doing that noise study. So we'll pass that along to them as they develop their methodology for conducting the existing noise measurements. And just, again, you need to make sure that, you know, we're taking those noise measurements in the most appropriate location in order for the computer models to accurately predict the future noise. And so typically those noise sensitive sites and those noise measurements are taken closer to the road, existing road, than any other location, if that makes sense.
Mhm. Okay. The next question talks about the sight lines. And in particular, there are a lot of neighborhoods